Good evening, madam.
Sir, good evening.
Madam, can you please try to share your presentation now so that we can test and continue?
Yes, sir. Sir, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am, it's loading. Madam, namaskara.
Yes, sir.
Madam, namaskara. Karnataka Science and Technology Academy in Ramesh.
Namaskara, sir.
Thanks for joining, madam. Good afternoon, everybody.
For giving me an opportunity to reach out to student community. I should thank you, sir.
I am also thankful to Dr. Shubprakash sir for suggesting your name. We will
Yes, sir.
regularly organizing training programs, madam. We will be inviting you for other programs as well.
Yes, sir. I would be happy to give whatever the service I can provide for the betterment of the student community. I would definitely do, sir.
Yes, madam. Umesh, just a moment. Present PPT share ಮಾಡಿ madam. Before that, good afternoon, everybody. We have with us eminent academician, Dr. Latha K C madam. She is the UGC Education Officer in Bangalore office. Before starting the presentation, let me briefly introduce the achievements of Dr. Latha madam. She is presently the UGC Education Officer who has been working there since for more than 11 years in educational leadership positions. She will be delivering a talk on biotechnology applications and opportunities. She has been handling UGC Southwestern Regional Office, which covers Karnataka, Kerala, and the Union Territory of Lakshadweep. She has been handling many UGC schemes and projects. He is the Chief Public Information Officer of CPIO. She is also NEP Regulations and Reforms Officer. And coming to her education background, she has done her BSc, then pursued Masters in JSS College of Commerce, Arts and Science, Mysore. Then continued her PhD in Life Sciences from JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, Mysore. She, before joining as Education Officer, she was Assistant Professor at JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research in Mysore. She has published more than 15 research papers in very reputed national and international journals, and also attended many international conferences. She has attended an international conference in Thailand, then also attended many workshops. He has handled many academic projects, including analysis of isoenzyme expression in QLEX upon exposure to insecticide, a project which was carried out during her MSc. So with this little background, may I now request Dr. K C Latha madam to deliver her talk on biotechnology applications and opportunities. Over to you, madam, for your presentation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, madam, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, team KSTA, and thank you for inviting me for this. And good afternoon, dear Shuprakash Sir, Registrar, Karnataka Science, Veterinary, Agricultural and Fisheries University, Bidar. And very good afternoon, dear students. Good afternoon, sir. Very good afternoon, dear students. This platform or this session is mainly for you. So please do listen to me, and later if you have any comments or questions, you can ping me, or you can message me, or you can even have a discussion over here. All of you stay relaxed, and please listen to this in a very calm way. I know most of you are in the second PU, that is in your 12th, where it is a major turning point for a student career. Like now you would be deciding, and you would be framing or forming your career or your field. Later you would be called as, or you belong to only this field. So this talk might help you all in your decision making. So when you're choosing, if it is opt or if it is like suitable for you, you can opt for this, or you can also think of like choosing whichever is easy for you after listening to this talk. It would help you in one or the other way. So let me not waste your time. So today's topic is, what exactly is biotechnology and what is its applications and job opportunities. All these days you would have heard this fancy term, that is biotechnology. You would have seen certain application or applicative products in your everyday life. You would have used also, especially during COVID time, you would have come across a lot of vaccines which have been developed with the help of this technology. And moving on to the job opportunities, this is quite rare, like where you get these details from a very highly expertise person or individual only, or from the institute. So let us cover all the three things over here. The first and the fundamental thing is, what exactly is this biotechnology? This is a kind of a buzzword which created or which attracted a lot of attention when this was introduced in India. That is 2 decades back. However, the term biotechnology and the application is there in our everyday life from quite a long time. So we can even like relate it to history also. But actually the programs of undergraduate, postgraduate, and its other applications or job things started quite recently. When this was introduced, everybody were like quite, it was a fancy thing, and everybody wanted to know and wanted to study, because until then it was these fundamental basic subjects like microbiology, zoology, all these things were in demand, chemistry and all. And this is a term, or this is a field which includes all subjects. You study, you get to know everything, you get to know about most of the 90% of the science, whatever is there in the field, whatever is there in the scope today. So this is nothing but, biotechnology is nothing but application of technology on biological organisms for the gain. It might be for the development of the product, it might be development of certain newer technology or molecules, or many other things it would be. So where we apply technology on certain biological organisms, most of the time it is on microorganisms. So this is nothing but biotechnology. And what exactly is its applications and its role? So this has application in almost all field, major field, that is starting from agricultural to the medical field and to the market, the major products in the market, like even cosmetics also. There also it is being applied and it is used. So it is a technology that uses biological system that can only be achieved through integration of biology, physical forces, as well as engineering sciences. When all these three things are put together, there would be a new technology or a methodology that gives rise to something innovative. This is called biotechnology, and it has a tremendous applications in various fields like therapeutics, diagnostics, processed food, waste management, energy, environment protection, genetically modified crops, genetically modified organisms, and lot many other things which we use in every day of our life. So let us go into the depth of it. What exactly is its application? So this biotechnology is there in almost all fields. You can relate, and you study various subjects under this heading. That is, you study microbiology, biophysics, you study biochemistry, you study uh, fermentation technology, you study nutrition, you study bioinformatics, you cover major informative papers under this heading in your undergraduate as well as in your postgraduate. So first, your undergraduate and your masters would be fundamental. You would be knowing these subjects or these papers thoroughly. Then when you enter into a research or when you get into a PhD, you would be choosing one particular topic out of these many number of papers. So this is what it is. So biotechnology deals with the technology and involves various applications like therapeutics, diagnostic, genetically modified organisms, food remediation, waste treatment, energy production. And human beings have been using this technology to improve the quality of human life, especially in the field of food production and health sector. So this is the pictorial representation where you can see it has a wider application in different fields. Let us take up each one over here in a very brief way. I would not get into the depth, so I would give this much details where you can dig it up later if you are interested. So in the field of agricultural, yes, agricultural techniques also are dependent on many of the biotechnological applications. So like it is also termed as agricultural biotechnology is called as green biotechnology. Why it is? It is a safe and it is a safer one and it is friendly. Hence it is called green biotechnology. So the important methods used over here is agrochemical based agriculture, that is safe chemical, agricultural based chemical based agriculture, organic farming. This is quite trendy word now and all of you would have heard what exactly it is, where the safer chemicals or safer organic or natural products are used for organic for farming purpose. And then the next one is genetically engineered crops based agriculture. Yes, the crops are slightly altered or changed with the help of genetically engineering technology, and it is uh, either made better or it is enriched with certain components what is of our interest, like that. So genetically modified crops are there in the field of agriculture. And this is quite a lot of application and lot of need-based application. That is genetically engineered crop-based agriculture, and it is already in the field. You can see products in the market. So next is genetically modified organisms. GMOs are organisms. It might be plant, it might be bacteria, fungi, or even animals. Animals is quite rare. We don't go that frequently to that level. Most of the time it would be plant, bacteria, fungi. So we have lot of things to do with these three things, and we have been doing, and most of the things are in the market and you would have come across, and many a times you would have used also. So the genetic material that has been changed or slightly manipulated so that it does not occur naturally. This process does not take place naturally. It would be through this genetical modification of biotechnology process only. So these are also known as transgenic organisms or transgenic plants or transgenic microorganisms, whatever as per their status it is called, and they contain and express one or more foreign genes in them, that is called as transgenes. That is, these are the genes which is being introduced from outside for the betterment. So these organisms are called transgenic organisms, and these genes are called, which is responsible, that is called transgenes. So the best example for this is BT cotton and golden rice, where in case of BT cotton, the crop is made resistant to a disease that is mainly from Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria, and this has a resistant to protect itself from the pest. Uh, and the BT toxin genes was cloned from this bacteria and produced into a plant that has a resistant towards this particular toxin. Next, the production of golden rice, that is, you can look at the appearance of that also, slightly goldish in color. And this rice has a lot of vitamin A in it. This is vitamin A rich type of rice, so which has lot of health benefit to the humankind. The next is application of biotechnology in healthcare and medicine. This is one of the field which is continuously or throughout which has demand. So healthcare and medicine is definitely, as the lifestyle is changing, as the days are going on, as we are slightly following or adapting to the Western culture, the diseases or the types of diseases are also alarming in our country as well as in all communities. So this is one field which needs a lot of new technology or a lot of new applications, new methodology to be introduced so that we come out of that problem or medicine or disease condition. So here, this is one of, as I told you, quite demandful field, which is always in demand. So here we do use lot of biotechnological applications, simple techniques to come out with the major products. So the recombinant DNA technology process have made a massive impact on healthcare by enabling mass production of genetically engineered medicines, such as the one best example for this is insulin. All of you would have seen in at least in a family or a close friend circle how people are dependent, diabetic patients are dependent on this, and how important it is. Also, by creating methods like gene therapy, recombinant DNA technology, and PCR and ELISA, these are some of the major important, very necessary techniques to be learned, and expertise in these particular techniques will get you a very good job opportunity. It might be in the field of hospitals, or it might be in the field of pharma companies or hospital research units. It might be. So yes, there is expertise in these individual techniques. Yes, polymerase chain reaction, you know how to do it, how to deal it, what exactly it is. If you know the in and out of this particular technology, yes, you can survive in many of these research based institutes. Around 3,000 plus recombinant therapeutics have been approved for human use across the globe. But however, when it comes to India, yes, the number is quite less. It stands up to just 30 or 30 plus only. Next, genetically engineered insulin. So let us just have a brief pictorial representation of what exactly it is insulin and why it is made a pictorial representation. There are two peptides, that is a peptide A and peptide B. You can see the insulin used for the treatment of diabetes was earlier extracted from the pancreas of a slaughtered cattle or pigs. So this causes allergies in some of the patients. Hence, they started preparing this with the help of genetically recombinant technology, where a peptide A and peptide B is there. So these peptides are joined together with the help of these two peptides are linked with the help of a disulfide bond later. So these polypeptide chain A, B were produced separately, which were extracted and combined by disulfide bonds to produce a human insulin. These two DNA sequences, which was in humans, insulin is synthesized as a prohormone, which consists of an extra stretch called C. This is the thing which needs to be added over here, that is C peptide. This peptide is absent in the mature insulin, that is removed during its maturation into the insulin. So these two DNA sequences were prepared to correspond to A as well as B peptide chains in human insulins, and were introduced into a plasmids of E. coli for the production of insulin chains as per our requirement. And then all these together, all these peptide A as well as B were joined together and produced in a high concentration, and that is being used in the market right now. This is how, with the help of genetically engineering technology, they were able to cater to the needs of the requirement of insulin. Earlier, it was like in that way, it was extracted from the organism, and then it was processed and then used. But now, because of this, with the help of this technology and with the help of small organism, that is E. coli, they are able to produce a huge number in a better way. So next, moving on to the gene therapy, it collects methodologies used to correct a faulty gene by healthy and functional gene. The main purpose of this gene therapy is to cut out or hold or stop the unhealthy gene or faulty gene or the wrong combination gene activity, and then make it proper by inserting a proper one or healthy one, and make the individual function properly. So this correction of gene defect involves introducing a normal gene into a cell or tissues to take over the function and compensate that abnormal or defect gene over there. So this therapy is mainly tried for a particular type of diseases, especially sickle cell anemia and severe combined immunodeficiency disease, that is SCID. The first clinical gene therapy was done on a 4-year-old girl in the year 1990 with adenosine deaminase deficiency, which is caused due to the deletion of a gene coding for adenosine deaminase. So next, this ADA is an enzyme is essential for immune system for the normal function and a healthy function. So hence this process was carried out in the year 1990 itself, quite a long back. So WBC from patient's blood is grown in an in vitro culture and a function of ADA and cDNA complementary using a retroviral vector is then incorporated into these WBCs. This is quite a depth of a technique which is given over here. If you're interested, you can listen to that. So this ADA deficiency can be cured with bone marrow transplantation or enzyme replacement therapy in some children in which functional ADA is introduced into a patient with the help of injections, and the disease condition could be improved or sometimes it could be completely overcome also. Next, molecular diagnosis. Yes, you have a separate a branch or a field that is being evolved with the help of biotechnology, that is called molecular biology, where it deals with molecular study. The most fundamental molecules you study over here in the field of biotechnology is your DNA, RNA, protein, and your carbs. So you play with these things and you come out with various types of products that are quite helpful for humankind. So in that, one is molecular diagnosis. So this diagnosis field, it is again related to your medical sector. Yes, we need this. We need to have a diagnosis for many of the different types of diseases. So here, recombinant DNA technology, PCR, ELISA, different tests are the principal molecular diagnosis that aid early diagnosis of various diseases and to understand the physiology or pathophysiology of a disease type. These are the various techniques which are quite commonly used in this field. And PCR is used to detect HIV, that is suspected AIDS, and a single-stranded DNA or RNA tagged with the radioactive molecule probe is made hybridized complementary. So this is followed for the detection with autoradiography, and it does not appear on the photographic film. This is how they detect. And ELISA is carried out based on the principle that is your antigen antibody reaction and the presence of antigens in the body. Based on this principle, this ELISA works. And yes, these three techniques are quite major techniques in the field right now. And in also the invention of or discovery of antibiotics by Alexander Fleming in the year 1928 is also to treat different kinds of various diseases. And development of vaccines is also there, recombinant DNA technology vaccines. And you would have heard that rRNA vaccine, which is in huge demand right now for your current type of corona. And you would have heard that lot many vaccines have been produced, especially from Pfizer and all. And there are various countries who are quite particular about having a vaccination of this particular brand, that is Pfizer brand, because of rRNA vaccine. What they have, the technology what they have used is quite strong against the virus. Hence, they demand this. So next, moving on to transgenic animals, that is genetically modified organisms. So these that they had their DNA changed or slightly modified, and where there is an expression of a foreign gene that is being introduced into this. So the main example for this is transgenic rats, rabbits, pig, sheep, which is commonly you come across these animals in the laboratory, and they help lot of experiments to get out beautiful results. It is the credit and a kind of salute goes to these organisms, and these organisms are also slightly modified to have them in a huge number in our laboratories and to have them a healthy or under various types of disease conditions to check out the disease pathology, all those things. Yes, we do use these kind of transgenic animals in our laboratories. So these animals are created for one of the following purpose, that is to study the regulation of genes and how they affect the normal functions and development of the body. Yes, introduction of the gene or the gene what you want to study or to know the general function or normal process of the body. Yes, we do use this technique. And for example, study of a complex factors such as growth, insulin involved growth factors, all these things, to study genes that contribute to the development of disease. Yes, here is the major application. Yes, to know the disease, which gene is responsible or which gene at what age is being responsible for causing the disease, or which gene at what age is playing no role to protect the individual from the disease. So all those things mainly, this is quite interesting field, that is study of genes that contribute to the development of disease. Yes, here is a lot of here is a major component of answer to the many of the diseases which is being fought by us in the present day. So if you know that it is gene, whether gene has a role, whether it is hereditary or non-hereditary, or it is picked up because of the external factors, all those things, then it would be the next step would be finding a proper medication for that. Yes, this step or this particular application gives or makes the further way quite uh, to produce biological products such as different types of human proteins are produced to treat emphysema. Emphysema is a condition, a lung condition that causes shortness of the breath. And phenylketonuria, most of you would be knowing that if it is unattended or untreated, that leads to the brain damage, disabilities of human body, and also sometimes seizures also. And cystic fibrosis, it is one more hereditary form of disease that again involves liquids of lungs and digestive system, where body fluid productions are slightly changed or affected. These are certain conditions where human proteins are used to treat these conditions with the help of this with the help of this technology. They are also used to produce human alpha lactalbumin enriched milk. For example, the first transgenic cow, Rosie, was produced where human protein enriched milk of around 2.4 grams per liter was seen. So for the safety testing of vaccines before they are used on humans, yes, they do undergo testing on these animals, transgenic animals first. And these animals are the first praise who undergo all these tests and all these trials, and they do give up their life for the betterment of humankind. And all these, most of your dermatological or cosmetic products are also tested on these animals, most of it. However, these days, these tests have been reduced. Otherwise, earlier it used to be compulsory. So next, for testing the toxicity of drugs, yes, we do use these animals for drug toxicity testing. We do check the drug toxicity when using these animals. And this is how the transgenic animal is produced. Gene of interest is taken and the donor egg is being collected. And then these infused gene with the egg is being introduced into animal, host animal. And then development of the animal, and then we check out with the product that is being given from these animal. Yes, that product will have the interest, whatever interest we had, that is uh, having the hormone, protein, or whatever it is. So this is a pictorial representation. Just to pull you all to this field, I have used this. Yes, the picture looks quite simple and easy, yes, but the process is quite complicated. Your hand needs to be highly perfect. That is, your mind and hand connection should be 100% perfect to make this technique successful. One important thing in this field is your mind and your body should be highly intact, connected. Then only whatever your mind says, if your body is able to stop it, process it immediately, then most of these techniques are successful. Just like doctors and other scientists, same thing. And application of biotechnology in industries, yes, there is a lot of different types of industries in the present day. They are using this each biotechnological applications. It might be in the production of industrial enzymes at a different level. Different types of enzymes are produced and it is used in different types of industries, brewing industry, baking, textile, many of these kind of different types of industries. Bread is produced, beer, wine production, alcohol, and all these alcoholic beverages are produced with the help of a simple biotechnological application over here is used to make it more mm, I don't think so it is tasty to call it as a tastier or a more suitable as per the individual needs or interest. Also, we also do use production of single cell protein, that is SCPs. These are formed in a large scale growth of microorganisms like mainly bacteria, algae, yeast and other fungi are used. These can be consumed as a food by humans and other animals due to their high protein content. Yes, this is there and it is being used. Even I have come across this and even I do use, I have also used it one point, that is single cell proteins. So if you know some examples, yes, you can go dig it out, what exactly it is made, how it is made, you find it interesting. So next is metal extraction process. Yes, all these things are quite human related. Next comes that metal extraction process. Here also we do use certain microorganisms, that is copper and uranium are extracted by Theobacillus microorganism with the help of biotechnological technique. So next, in the field of environment, the present attention comes over here. Yes, we do need to protect our environment. We need to save in the best possible way. We need to invent technologies or methodologies to be followed so that we can have a better environment for us in future as well as for our next generation. We need to keep it and uh, take it seriously. So these biotechnological products help in the protection of environment. These are quite eco-friendly, unique, efficient, and less toxic for all different kinds of organisms in the environment. So the one is biofuels. These biofuels are derived from the biomass, that is methanobacterium produces biogas, that is methane, by the fermentation of the fecal material of a cattle with water in a synth plant, and ethanol is produced as a fuel, and this is with the help of a fermentation process of molasses obtained from sugarcane by yeast also. Uh, Ethanol is produced by the fermentation of molasses obtained from sugarcane, and this is an important component in the field of medicine and many other field, this ethanol. And this methane gas is used as a substitute to LPG in many of household applications. Yes, it is there and it is being used also well. And next comes biosensors. These are electronic small monitoring devices in which any organisms or microorganisms or enzyme system or any other biological structures is used as an indicator to detect or measure the chemical component. The best example for this is your uh, enzyme glucose oxidase is used as a biosensor to detect the amount of glucose in the blood. And I wish more and more of these kind of biosensor based application is used and they come out with lot many products. It might be your pregnancy testing kit. It might be right now we have a kit for detecting virus testing kit, that is for your COVID. Yes, every time instead of getting into hospital, if you have a small doubt or if you feel that you have been infected, you can go for that is self-testing kit, which is already been produced for even COVID purpose. Yes, all these are it might not look a big science, but yes, these small kits help a lot in our everyday life. Next, moving on to the job opportunities. These are some of the application part. Yes, but still I would have missed a few of it. I might not have covered the complete sector, but these are the most fundamental and foremost what we need or what we use. So that part I have covered over here. The next is job opportunities. This is quite important for you all. Yes, everybody says this, you should study that and all. So ultimately you should end up with a job. So what exactly, what you choose and where you can go and stand, this is what. So with the help of this biotechnology, it is a unique interdisciplinary combination of biology, chemistry, mathematics, and physics. Yes, as I told you initially, you study most of it, most of the papers or most of the science papers you cover under this heading, that is biotechnology. You cover at least 20 different types of paper or sciences under this. So I do not have a question or a point over here that is biotechnology is different, microbiology is different. Yes, they do have their own plus minus everything, but let us not grade or bring a computation of assessing the subjects or what exactly it is. I just would like to advise you all, just learn the subject. Don't think which is good, bad, that, these and all. Once you are expertise in any area, application will, you will have a more application part than we giving you job or people giving you job or taking you or thinking like where to put you. Instead of that, once you are expertise, you make your way much more broader and longer. So whatever you study, instead of like thinking which science is better, this is better, that is better. Yes, in today's world, you need all kind of science. It might be simple, just sitting and watching and then coming out with some conclusion, that is also needed in today's life where people are busy in their own work. So there we need someone to monitor everything like that. So this is what today's world is. It's quite, globalization is on rise, and the expectation of a efficient candidate is also on rise. The subject or the area what you choose, you need to be highly expertise in that. You cannot stick on to or have just that curriculum or the syllabus that is being designed by your college or institute. You just cannot stick on to that. You also need to have additional skills along with that to survive in this dynamic world, to be frank. So this is a one field where usually student mentality is that, okay, let me get into a field which has a lot of demand, which is fancy, which has scope, everything in it. Yes, you can, that is already over in our parents' generation itself. We cannot think in that way. You should think like what makes you interesting and what makes you working where you don't feel tired. That is how you should choose. You should sit, think, and you should find out the gaps, like what is what you don't like, what you like, then you choose, decide. And instead of having that comparison among your subject or feeling that this field has no scope, that field has no scope. Yes, biotechnology was it made one more like comeback after this COVID and all these pandemic conditions. During these pandemic conditions and how people came out with medicines, which kind of industries and what kind of technology they have used. Yes, it was a like comeback for this field especially. So don't get into the judgmental thing. You are not in that state. You choose, you get expert, like you be so expertise. People should feel that yes, you come, please sit here, tell me your idea, I will invest on your idea, let us go. It should be like that. So whatever you study, put your 100% concentration on that and get into the depth of the knowledge and then have that knowledge so that you in your hand you can create a better job profile for yourself. So this is a unique interdisciplinary combination of biology, chemistry, mathematics, physics, and lot many things. Yes, there is a computational part also in this. You study a lot of bioinformatic part where you play with these major four biomolecules with your computer. And then amazing career opportunities in the field of science as well as administrative sector also. And this is quite innovative and exciting research projects. Yes, you feel nice to be in the research projects where has which has a biotechnology in it. This is quite active and lively. You never feel bored or you never get tired. In case if you're feeling that, yes, you are in a wrong place, you need to change that. That's it. So I was into lot many of innovative and exciting research projects. I never got tired or bored over here. It was like very interesting, and every day is like a new chance for you to do something new. So invent useful technologies for agricultural. Yes, this subject can be used in various fields where you come out with a solution or come out with a product. It might be in the field of agriculture, healthcare, medicine, industrial process, environmental management. And you might think or you might feel that how come it is related to medical. Yes, there are people with MBBS degree, they are expertise in that. You might feel how these people can play a role in the field of agriculture. where the students, there are students who study agricultural sciences purely for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and they have expertise in that particular field. You might also feel there are specially designed industrial programs for industrial application. Then why do these biotechnology play a role? That is completely wrong. There are certain technologies and certain subject you study over a year, that is subjects you study over a year. These are applicable or required in any of these fields. Always remember, a team of different streamline of people can come out with a better solution for any problem. So you don't have to worry that expertise in that field, but you know that everything, you know that most of the science papers is covered when you study this degree or master degree. So yes, you will have definitely have a lot of ideas or techniques learned during this 5-year process that would help you in any of these fields to make that field much better. So usually this is the confusion students get into, or people around you might put you into this thought. So never have that. As I told you, a doctor cannot learn the technique or cannot know the technique of PC or ELISA completely, what exactly internally, which compound is reacting where, which compound is giving color, all those things. They test up to a human level. This is given and this is reaction and this is what this is. So this is how each field is restricted up to, it has a restrictions in it. So however, like combination of different type of people in a team can break out all those things and you can have a better solution. So intellectually challenging and financially rewarding, yes, to know that what exactly the financial requirement, what exactly where we are going wrong, all those things also can be, after you study the subject, after you know that there are certain industries, everything is going on, then you sit and monitor how exactly, what exactly, so this is what you can cut down the cost of this thing like this. So this is what, then explore wide range of interdisciplinary specialization. Yes, this is in the top notch right now, that is interdisciplinary specialization. Even I do come from an interdisciplinary. I'm a biotechnologist. Basically, my degree as well as master's was in biotechnology. Then my PhD was into a medical science, that is on cancer oncology. So it is called biomedical science. You have a lot of interdisciplinary specialization opportunities in this field. That is after your master's only. So next, work for the welfare. Completely overall, you learn, you know this subject, and you mainly work for the betterment of the society. This is the pictorial representation for the careers in this field. Yes, biomedical engineer, microbiologist, product strategist, you do get a job in a pharma field, you do get a job in a biotechnological based institutes, research institutes, R&D sections, and also production unit, etc. So few of the major roles I have just tried explaining over here, that is biomedical engineer, generally includes fusing of biological and engineering skills over here, and it would be related to medicine or biology. You can pursue your degree as well as a master's over here and then develop further, take up some particular important topic and develop a design and better quality biomedical devices, equipments, artificial organs. You would have come across in YouTube or a lot of video exchange where you see a lot of artificial organs have been tried on human, and diagnostic machines. Yes, here also engineers cannot alone design these diagnostic machines. They do need your help, where you know the biological part of it, and when it is combined, what happens, what exactly we need, all those things would be known by you better, and combination of you and with engineering people would help us in coming out with lot of diagnostic machines. Yes, we do need lot of diagnostic tools, machines, as well as apps. We can make it quite simpler version in these days. We do need this for our better survival and better living. And software and healthcare also. Yes, most of the software sectors now, they are also like having a part of a research institute which has a science in it, that is biotechnological research institutes. It might be ISRO, it might be Wipro, Infosys, and IBM, like these kind of big software companies are having a unit of a science research unit within them. So this combination of these two different streamlined people, that is biology or biotechnology or engineering background people together, put together, they come out with a better healthcare products or tools or etc. Next is biochemist. Yes, you can also study biotechnology and take up biochemistry in your PhD or your master's. That will have better idea. Also, you can choose, there is a separate field also over here, that is BSc biochemistry, MSc biochemistry also. But with biotechnology also you can have this. So here the study chemically attributes the biological process of living things. It includes various diseases, hereditary, it might be disease, hereditary or cellular destruction. So these biochemists mostly spend time in lab and they try to come out with a solution, all these things. And also you must have a master degree in any of the major fields. It might be like chemistry, biochemistry, biology. But however, these days, since we have large number of student community coming out with particular subject expertise, yes, biochemistry means a biochemist means majorly it would be biochemistry in his masters, 100%. However, a biotech guy who studies biotechnology undergraduate program can also jump into this in his masters. So medical scientist, this is a uh, trendy like chance, like where medical scientists scratch every corner of the research to improve the patient's health. And they are like these medical scientists are much into a development or improvise of this medical ideas. So here these what they do, they constantly try to analyze and prepare medical samples to know the causes, treatments, and just check out like what is exactly the chronic condition, pathogens, which toxin is playing what role, all those things. And in addition to this, yes, these kind of positions you would not have come across quite frequently, but however in industrial sector, yes, they do exist and people are working as a medical scientist, all those things, and they play a huge crucial role also. And pursuing any of the major medical science courses, you can explore this career opportunity across varied sectors. Yes, in multiple sectors, you have a chances or opportunities, and it is such a nice position, medical scientist. And these clinical technicians are also known as biological technicians. Yes, this is one of the fundamentals that is needed by all labs and laboratories, and they do gather like their fundamental work would be collection of sample, conduction of test, analyze the results, and make a report ready. All these things, lab technicians. Yeah, ultimately, sample collector is different. Some sample collect after collection of the sample, analyzer is different, and ultimately the people who treat is different. So this is one set of people who play very important, that is for the analysis part. And highly technical laboratory instrument like specialized computer software, advanced, you need to be expertise in these kind of like handling these kind of techniques in the lab. And also you need to keep on getting updated as the instrumentation or technology is getting updated. This updating is there in all fields, however, but in this it needs to be quite particular. Microbiologist, yes, you need to have a studying BSc biotechnology and then jumping into this is also okay, or taking up mm, microbiology in your masters is a must to be a microbiologist. So next process, development scientist, they tend to take care of a manufacturing process in an organization laboratory. So they always look for the pathways that elevate the efficiency or quality of the product. They look for the betterment of the product of a company. So the minimum qualification required for this development scientist is a bachelor degree in biology, biotechnology, biology, chemistry, and pharmacy. However, biotechnology is more appropriate. Also pharmacy, in case if you are in a pharma sector. Next, biomanufacturing specialist. So they use some different types of methods and tools to match the quality of the product up to the mark of purity, potency, and safety. You cannot just have a product labeled to the market and just keep on surviving with that. You need to make the product much better as time goes on. So that would be taken care by this particular, that is biomanufacturing specialist. They mainly concentrate on biomanufacture. Look at the name, it is biomanufacturing specialist. They mainly look into the uh, biological related manufacturing products. Okay, along with such scientific skill, they also have knowledge of state of federal and industrial, all these regulatory standards, regulatory affairs, all these things should be known by these people to manage and to maintain. Next, business development manager. Yes, here also having a degree in biotechnology and then mastering with that is your MBA or other kind of things would help biotechnology or pharma industries to develop for the development of business and for the improvement of the business what needs to be done. That is your primary aim is to execute and formulate the growth investment strategies of the companies. So here also you can have in your BSc biotechnology, and master should be of course in your that related, that is it might be MBA marketing or whatever it is related thing only, then only they will entertain. So next, product strategist. A product strategist is an accountable for the creation and enforcement of commercialization strategy and biotechnological products. So here, it would be taken care like marketing, logistics, sales, growth, profit, all those things would be handled over here. And you need to have a specialization in biomedical engineering. Yes, there are certain various biomedical engineering courses available. So, and biomanufacturing amongst other. So you need to be expertise in this. And this product strategist again depends on the type of industry you're opting for. So you can opt for pharma, biotech, or many other different kinds of even food industries, etc. And biopharma sales representative, this is again a sales representative, and you can get into lot many companies. Example companies is Panacea Biotech Limited, Novozymes, Biocon, Reddy's Laboratory, all these things you can give it. Yes, these biotechnologists have a role in different types of sectors, either in the field of pharma field, food industry, or many different pharma, food industry, even research institutes, they do have a role. You can jump into any of these things. If you sit and think, nobody will come and give you a job. It is like you have to find a way. Yes, I have studied like this, like this. Yes, I can apply my knowledge over here in this field in this way. That is how you need to tell people that this is what I can do, then create a job for yourself. Next, moving on to pursuing after your 12th, what all you can do is BSc in biotechnology you can do. If you have a special interest in molecular biology, you can directly opt for BSc molecular biology. So BSc bioinformatics, medical biotechnology, and as you go specialized in medical biotechnology, you study only about medical related things. You would not be studying about other things. In general biotechnology, yes, you do study everything in a limited content, but in case of exclusively bioinformatics or molecular biology or medical biotechnology, you would be expertise in that particular field with your bachelor degree only. So BTech in chemical engineering with biotechnology specialization, BSc, having a BSc in plant biotechnology, general biotechnology, applied science, where it has again culmination of lot many sciences over here. So resource biotechnology, biomedicine, biotechnology, laboratory, diploma in biotechnology, diploma in laboratory technology, diploma in health science and molecular technology, diploma in molecular biotechnology. You can also have registration or join these above bachelor degree program and have an alternative of diploma degree in hand also in any of these branches. And moving on to your, after your bachelor, what next is you can opt for PG diploma in biotechnology, MSc Biotechnology, MTech, but before opting your master degree, you have to be slightly damn sure about what you want to become. So that will define your next career option. So masters in biotechnology, and you can just stick on to environment and health. Again, getting into a particular masters in medical biotechnology, masters in applied biotechnology, masters in marine biotechnology, biodiversity, masters in industrial and environmental biotechnology, science and mol bio. Again, you can stick on to mol bio. And next, after your masters, it is PhD in biotechnology and molecular biology and molecular biotechnology. Yes, after you in the present world, you cannot stop for your masters. Yes, you need to have your highest degree, that is PhD. PhD is the highest degree in India. You need to have highest degree in your hand to survive in a better way. So don't stop your education just for your degree or masters. Yes, if you have a better job opportunity, then you can think of, or any other kind of uh, mm, family conditions you have, then you can think of joining job after your undergraduate program itself. Otherwise, my advice for all of you is to have the highest degree in your hand. So the overall summary of this session would be, biotechnology refers to the combination of biology technology which helps to produce modified products for the betterment of humans. So it plays a vital role in modified crops, medicines, waste management, processed food, producing genetically modified living organisms. And also it has applications to improve all field, most of it, starting from agricultural, industry, and protection of environment, and development of transgenic animals also. So here this completes a brief introduction about what exactly is biotechnology and what is its level or status, and where exactly it can be applied or used. So I would like to thank all student audience and KSTA team over here for giving me an opportunity to express my views and my thought on biotechnology. Thank you. So now I would request student community or anybody has any kind of questions or queries or doubts.
Madam, thank you very much for a very informative and scholarly talk on biotechnology and its application and what are the opportunities that students have in this field. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you,
Hello.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Madam, actually, now there are no questions from participants. Most of them have joined on YouTube platform. If they send any questions in the coming days, I will just forward it to you. You may kindly answer and reply.
Fine, sir. Fine.
Madam, our office is in GKVK back gate. We keep organizing offline programs or workshops. We'll be inviting you to come and deliver talk on behalf of KST. Madam?
Yeah. Sir, definitely, I would be happy to do that for student community. So anything for students, I would be happy to do that, sir.
This is the first time that we have invited somebody from UGC. Thank you very much. I should be thankful to Dr. Shiv Prakash for suggesting your name.
To Dr. Shiv Prakash, sir, I am thankful to you as well as the whole KSTA team. Thank you, sir. Wish you all a very good luck.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Shiv Prakash, sir, thank you very much. Most probably he has gone for another meeting.
Yes, sir. He's too busy. Yes, sir, I understand. Okay, sir, I'll take a leave now. Thank you, sir.
Yes, madam. Thank you very much.